Carl.
The migrant crisis getting so bad, even Democrats calling out the White House.
The Department of Homeland Security Secretary recently told Congress, our borders are secure. This kind of bold-faced lie, whether it has to do with domestic issues or foreign policy issues, when people are being lied to, the American people are being lied to, it is revealing of the arrogance and the self-serving nature of leaders who are in power in this country.
Here to react, National Border Patrol Council President Brandon Judd. And Brandon, you heard the former congresswoman there say that the American people are being lied to.
Good for Tulsi. I'm glad that she came out and went against her party to tell the American public exactly the truth that they need to hear. We want people to be able to form their opinions based upon facts, based upon all of the evidence, rather than being misled by politicians like Secretary Mayorkas. Until we have that honest conversation, until he is willing to step to the plate and say there is something wrong and we have to fix it, we're always going to be talking about this situation, and it's never going to get fixed.
But Brandon, Tulsi obviously gets it. Do enough other Democrats get this?
No, they don't. You know, I spend an awful lot of my time on Capitol Hill. I have to speak with lawmakers on a regular basis. And I can tell you, behind closed doors, they understand exactly what's going on. And behind closed doors, they'll give you lip service. But in the public's eye, no, they will not admit to what's going on because they're pandering to their base. They want to continue to get the support of their base, which, of course, then will get them the support of the donors and the money that's going to come in for their campaigns.
Well, DHS says that there could be up to 400,000 apprehensions this month alone. And they also just announced that they were going to cancel a fence that could have been built along the Rio Grande Valley sector. I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise, given we're talking about the Biden administration. But of course, that fence could have helped out with this problem.
No, and it does. When you look at, I'm going to go back to my station early in my career. We were apprehending over 100,000 people a year, and when we had the infrastructure, when we built the walls, it dropped to less than 10,000 people per year. So when you look at that, the evidence clearly shows that when we have the proper infrastructure, when we build the proper walls, we can control illegal immigration. We can dictate where illegal crossings take place. And so when you hear that they're not going to continue with the construction, you know that's politics. You know that they're looking at pandering to their base rather than doing what's right for the American public.
Yeah. With that as the backdrop, the Border Czar Kamala Harris skipping a crisis meeting with Mexican officials to visit a daycare center and bakery in New Jersey, sending Secretary of State Blinken in her place. Look, I love daycares, I love bakeries, but she has a job to do. Is she ever going to do it?
No, she's not. All you have to do is look at the first 8 months. When you look at that and you see that illegal immigration is out of control, and again, we're not talking about legal immigration. We are the most compassionate country in the world, and we should be. We're talking about illegal immigration. And when you look at that, when you look at how she's been derelict in her duties, I don't expect anything to happen that's going to be beneficial. Secretary Mayorkas said that these were the high-level talks that's going to mark a new point with the Mexican government, and to not have the border czar there clearly shows that this administration just doesn't care about border security.
Yeah, Senator Marsha Blackburn, she was on with Jillian yesterday, and she was talking about Kamala Harris's handling of this border crisis. Take a listen.
You need to have this administration and the border czar, Vice President Harris, start to pay attention to securing this southern border. Vice President Harris basically went to the wrong address when she went to the border. She did not go out with the Border Patrol and with local law enforcement.
What's your reaction to that?
Oh, we encourage the administration to go to the right places. And if you want to go to where the vast majority of the apprehensions take place, it's going to be McAllen, Texas. If you want to go to where the most gotaways are happening, it's going to be Tucson, Arizona. You're not going to go to a secure part, which at that time was El Paso, Texas, which is where she went. She didn't even go on the border. She was several miles off the border the entire time. She didn't look at what we're facing. She didn't look at the problems that we have. And again, unless she's willing to do that, we're not going to solve this problem, and we're going to continue talking about it in perpetuity.
But yeah, Brandon, here's what she's doing instead. Take a look.
You're going to literally see the craters on the moon with your own eyes.
Oh, my goodness.
With your own eyes. I'm telling you, it is going to be unbelievable.
What's your reaction, Brandon?
You know, Todd, you said it right. There's these high-level security meetings that are taking place in a foreign country that talks about the welfare and the benefit of this country. There's a time to go visit children in daycares. There's a time to talk about the moon with children and get them excited. This was not the time. We're in the middle of the biggest border security crisis that we've ever faced in my career, and to see her not taking that seriously, to see her wanting that photo op to, again, pander to the base rather than do what's right to the American public, frankly, to me is disgusting.
All right, Brandon, Judd, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
All right.